Coming up on Confidential, what's next for Goldberg?
He thinks that he is the best that there is out there. You can't really make that statement until you've wrestled everybody. He's never been in the ring with me.
And Kurt Angle addresses a career-threatening injury.
I'm hoping I'll be pain-free, and I'll have that relief from the pain.
Hi, I'm Gene Okerlund, and this is WWE Confidential. Turbulent times bring our country together, and during war, the pride of the American people can be felt like no other. Later tonight, we'll bring you Bradshaw and Ron Simmons and their visit to Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Maryland, where they met with some of the soldiers who were wounded in Iraq. We'll also travel to Pittsburgh, PA, as the WWE's most celebrated athlete, Kurt Angle, faces perhaps the biggest challenge of his life, neck surgery. But first up tonight, we start with the story of mystery. You've probably seen the promo. Months of speculation, 2 years in exile, the man everyone wants to see, and now he's back, Goldberg. But why has he come to the WWE, and why now? These are the questions on the tongues of wrestling fans across the globe. So, on the eve of Backlash, a night when Goldberg will face his toughest competitor to date, The Rock, Goldberg sat down with confidential cameras to share his thoughts on his return and on his match with the most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
It's been a couple of years since WWE bought the WCW, and as far as what I've been doing over the past couple of years is concerned, I've tried to take the opportunity to rest my body a bit. I knew I was going to get back into the business, I just didn't know when. I did have a guaranteed contract with WCW. While I was at home getting paid, it gave me the opportunity to rest up. When it comes to a business like this where your body is your vehicle to succeed, I realized that I had to step back and take a little time off. As far as what ultimately convinced me to sign, I'd have to say it was the public. I've had people, whether it be coming up on the street or over the internet or phone calls, and after 2.5 years of that, it kind of gets to you after a while. And hopefully people understood why I did what I did. But the fact is, all that's over with, and I'm back.
That's Goldberg King! It's Goldberg! I know it's Goldberg, but where is he? He's here in Seattle! Goldberg on Raw! I can't believe what I'm seeing!
I just want to come up here, I want to get acclimated, I want to get in the mix, I want to be part of the team, and I want to kick everybody's ass. I mean, that's my job.
Goldberg just flattened Christian!
How is Goldberg different at WWE compared to WCW? I guess people are just going to have to tune in and see, man. Hopefully I've evolved. I'm not going to depart from what the people liked in Goldberg in the first place, which was the intensity, the ferocity, and the power. I'm not going to change that at all. Hopefully I can just do things to expand on that. I'm Goldberg. The thing that I have that nobody else can bring to the table is just that package. With me, less is more. I like to think that I'm the Mike Tyson of wrestling. I don't do a lot of talking. I come in, I do my job, I wipe my hands clean of it, and I go home. There's a lot of guys up here I've never been in the ring with, and it would be an honor for me to get in the ring with them and show them what I've got. I guess that's what it's all about, comparing your skills against others that have already proven themselves to this crowd.
Goldberg and The Rock! Look out, Rock! Look out, Rock!
I'd have to say the thing I admire the most about Rock is his ability to be an entertainer. First and foremost, I personally believe he's the best at what he does.
Don't give The Rock the finger, he'll come out and whip that candy ass just like that!
What I don't like about The Rock, the fact that he thinks that he is the best that there is out there.
The Rock has now beaten Austin, beaten Hogan, Triple H, The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, everyone. Now, there's nothing left for The Rock.
And you can't really make that statement until you've wrestled everybody.
So, Rock, you want to know who's next, eh?
I'm putting it to him. He made the statement, and I'm here to throw my hat in the ring and say, hey, dude, back up a little bit before you can be the self-proclaimed god of wrestling. You got to beat everybody. So here I am.
You're next.
Oh, that's so Goldberg, take it down. Goldberg just feared The Rock. The Rock may have just seen his future in the eyes of Goldberg.
The Rock says, Bill Goldberg, just bring it.
What does The Rock have to be afraid about a Bill Goldberg? For what? What are you gonna do, Bill? You're gonna scare The Rock like you're gonna do all that? Is that what The Rock is supposed to be afraid of? Who's next? The Rock ain't next. You're next. You're next. You're gonna be the next one to fall victim to the Brahma Bull. He's gonna take his horns and stick them straight up your ass.
The Rock bottom on Goldberg.
You and The Rock, one-on-one, backlash. You never thought you'd see it.
I don't know if Goldberg. Oh my God! If Goldberg has ever experienced anything like this.
He's never been in the ring with me.
Still to come, Goldberg makes a name for himself.
I always wore a helmet, always wore the pads. People didn't know who I was. Wrestling has put me on the map. I owe a lot to wrestling. I really do.
And up next, Bradshaw and Ron Simmons pay tribute to our nation's wounded soldiers.
Freedom isn't free, and these guys have paid a price. They've done so much to sacrifice for us. They're the heroes in this world right now.
In today's society, we oftentimes take things for granted, be it the hot meal we have to eat, the bed we have to sleep in, or the freedom we are ensured as citizens of the United States of America. And in a world that is often fraught with chaos, there is no gift more precious than our freedom. During this tumultuous time in Iraq, the safety of our men and women in the armed forces is at the forefront of our minds. And the best way to thank them is to continue to show our support. Recently, Bradshaw and Ron Simmons paid a visit to Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Maryland and met with some of the soldiers who were wounded in Iraq.
We're here in the nation's capital today. Ron and I are doing some stuff with the armed forces, the Army. We went to the Walter Reed Army Medical Center to visit some of the soldiers that have been shot up in Iraq.
How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Doing good.
Good, me too.
The wrestlers got a wonderful response. The soldiers, the staff all wanted to see him. People were asking for their autographs. It was a lot of fun seeing the excitement they generated.
I feel a lot better now.
Hell yeah. You gotta know it's sad to see those men and women that lying there with injuries that I can't even start to describe.
I got shot in my thigh right here, and he came out underneath. And my damaged my popliteal artery, so basically I almost lost the leg.
We're making our way to a objection, and didn't make it there, got ambushed.
You get shot or?
Yeah.
It's real important for the soldiers to see the rest of the country supporting them and knowing that the country is behind them. And so when the WWE superstars come by, the soldiers know these people that they admire, that are heroes from sports, are admiring them too for what they've done. So it really means a lot when they're putting their lives on the line out there in combat.
Freedom isn't free, and these guys have paid a price. They've done so much to sacrifice for us. They're the heroes in this world right now, and they always have been. And that's what I feel when I see these guys.
Thank you. Now, is there anything else to say other than that? Thank you for sacrificing yourself for me and my freedom and my family. Thanks.
The ceremony that you are about to witness is an Army wreath-laying ceremony. John Layfield, Ron Simmons, and Stephen Spacek will lay a wreath to honor all who have served our country.
Ron and I got a huge privilege, one I never dreamed of. We got to lay a wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier. It's weird, you know, and I was standing there, laid the wreath down, I hear the taps play. It's like you're there by yourself. You think about all the guys that have died over the years. You realize the cost of America being the great country that it is. And it makes you very proud. It makes you very proud of all these people that have served their country.
Right now, hey, believe it or not, I'm at the Pentagon. I've gone into the war room, places that are classified that you're not even supposed to be in that area.
I'd like to welcome you to the Army Operations Center and the Crisis Action Team floor. Every morning, Secretary of the Army, the Chief of Staff of the Army, and all of the other senior leadership of the Army come down here, gather in these very seats in which you're sitting, and are presented with a briefing on the state of the Army for the past 24 hours.
It was neat, but so much stuff is put behind curtains and so much stuff is hidden from us that's classified. That's the nerve center of the armed forces. And so many important decisions of the whole world go on through that place. So it's neat to be on that floor. I wish I could have seen some of the classified information, some of the maps, but they wouldn't let me do it.
You know why he's my new partner? Because he's got the artillery.
I feel like I understand because I saw so much. I saw them in Afghanistan. I've been to National Cemetery and seen our war dead, and I've seen our wounded. But I take away a ton of glory from these guys if I say that I went through it like they did, because I haven't. These guys were in hell over there in some of these firefights, and my hat's off to them. That's a monumental thing, a tremendous thing.
Once again, like I just summed it up, man, you can't say nothing but thank you and God bless you.
When we return, Kurt Angle's only option is surgery.
There are a lot of things wrong with my neck. Calcium buildup due to wear and tear of my neck, 2 discs sticking into my spinal cord. So therefore, I'm having problem feeling with my hands.
There are 100 cliches that can be used to describe Kurt Angle. He's overcome the odds. He refuses to take no for an answer. He never quits. And in this instance, they are all relative once again. Let's not forget, Kurt Angle won an Olympic gold medal with a broken neck. But since his victory in 1996, Kurt Angle has suffered through a great deal of pain and recently re-aggravated some existing injuries in his neck. Kurt's only option to alleviate the pain was surgery. Typically, an athlete takes a year to recover from neck surgery. But Kurt Angle opted for a slightly different procedure that may see Kurt back in the ring in a couple of months. Would you bet against this Olympic gold medalist?
He is the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle, the franchise of SmackDown, as I like to call him.
Not only am I the greatest athlete that this business has ever seen, I'm also the smartest.
No doubt Kurt Angle's the elite. An amazing athletic performance. This is wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
I'm the best wrestler in the world. I'm as close to pure perfection as you can get.
Kurt Angle could be out for as long as 2 months with a hamstring and neck injury.
The way I'm feeling physically and mentally right now, it's real hard to explain because I guess I've been waiting for this for the past month. I've had so much pain in my neck that I've been on constant painkillers.
He's been in pain with his neck since I met him. I think it comes from his injury that he had before the Olympics.
I've dealt with neck pain, chronic neck pain. I mean, we're talking excruciating neck pain every day, which a lot of times I'd end up with migraines for the past 7 years. Going into WrestleMania, I thought that I was gonna be okay. I had Brock in the ankle lock, and he got to the rope, and I went to pull him off the rope, and he turned around and kicked me off. And when he did, I took a big bump on the back of my head, and something popped in my neck. So that little maneuver, the last bump I could take, and then Brock gave me the F5, and that really did it. It messed my neck up for good. There are a lot of things wrong with my neck. Calcium buildup due to wear and tear of my neck, a lot of bone spurs, 2 discs sticking into my spinal cord. So I have 2 herniated discs. I got nerve damage because the discs are pinching and not allowing the nerves to go to my arm. So therefore, I have I'm having problem feeling with my hands.
Conventional surgical treatment goes through remove entire disc out because there's no access to the herniated portion of disc. And then once disc is all removed, they put the bone graft to plug in the defect where disc was located. My procedure is different in that I'm going at the side and diagonally I go behind the spinal column. So I'm going through the nerve foramen, I'm making hole a little larger, and through this hole I'm scooping out either bone spurs or herniated portion of a disc.
So he's going to do very limited surgery, but at the same time it's going to be very effective. I'm hoping I'll be pain-free and I'll have that relief from the pain.
Beautiful, no problem.
Is he's in recovery?
He is coming out. He's still operating room.
I feel pretty good. I woke up and besides having a hangover, I feel instant relief. I think it worked.
Do you really feel this?
Yeah. I'm moving my neck. I don't have that clip in my spinal cord right now. It's a miracle, but you never know what's going to happen. Hopefully I'll get back in the lineup, and if I can stay in there for a while and stay injury-free and my neck is injury-free, then I know I made the right move.
Up next, Goldberg's finest hour.
Thank you! We've got a new heavyweight champion of the world!
I beat Hulk Hogan, for God's sakes. I mean, that's an unbelievable accomplishment that not many people can say that they've done.
Welcome back to Confidential. This portion of the program is brought to you by Confidence, starring Edward Burns and Dustin Hoffman. Confidence, now playing in theaters everywhere. By Lorillard Tobacco Company's Youth Smoking Prevention Program, reminding you, tobacco is wacko if you're a teen. And by Castrol GTX, the motor oil as advanced as your engine.
One of the dumbest rules in professional sports is that a football player gets penalized for removing his helmet on the field, even after the play is over. Maybe it's because the players just wanted a little airtime, a little exposure, to be seen. After spending several seasons with the Atlanta Falcons, you probably didn't recognize the name Bill Goldberg, let alone the face that goes with the name. Now mention the name Goldberg, and almost any football fan can tell you about his wrestling career. It seems all the man needed was a little exposure. So he ditched the helmet and almost immediately found superstardom.
Wrestling has put me on the map. Granted, I did play 5 years of professional football, but I had never attained the success that I wanted to. I always wore a helmet, always wore the pads. People didn't know who I was. I owe a lot to wrestling. I really do.
A newcomer here in Bill Goldberg, a man we know absolutely nothing about, but he is making his debut here, and from the looks of him, he's very determined and looks very powerful here. Maybe a vertical suplex here, got him out. Oh, yeah, it is. Muscles him up. Combination slam, 1, 2, 3. And Bill Goldberg, out of obscurity, comes to Nitro and pulls a major upset.
First impressions are everything.
Larry, I haven't seen anything like it. Very impressive. But who is this guy, Goldberg? Hey, that's one powerhouse of an individual. The man is focused. The man is aggressive. Goldberg has never been beaten. Goldberg has been running through everyone. Who's next? That's all I got to know. Can anybody stop Bill Goldberg?
You know, if I wouldn't have gotten into wrestling after football, I truthfully don't know what I would have done. My plate was full of options, but there were no options that I really was excited about. Becoming a professional wrestler gave me the locker room atmosphere again. It gave me the ability to be part of a team. It gave me the ability to step up and rise to the top.
This man, in a short span, has become nothing less than legendary. We have never seen a man quite like this. Bill Goldberg, once again, runs through the competition in WCW.
You try not to step on toes when you're brought in and shot right to the top like I was. I felt very guilty at times, but, you know, reality is that I was in the right place at the right time, and I shouldn't feel guilty for that. I should be proud of that.
There's never been a man to win the World's Championship who was undefeated, let alone with 107 victories. What an evening, what drama right now. This is his moment.
You know, the night I won the title from Hogan in the Dome was probably the coolest experience of my life. Not because I won the belt and not because I beat Hogan, but because I was in my pseudo hometown of Atlanta, Georgia, where I played, you know, football for the Bulldogs, where I played football for the Falcons.
Goldberg has answered every challenge to date. This is the biggest one. That heightened sense of anticipation is now over. Let the match begin.
I have quite a history of friends in Georgia. I was able to have, you know, almost my entire team be in the stands for that night. I was able to have a number of friends there, and it was kind of my town that night.
He's got him up!
Not to mention, like I said, the fact that I beat Hulk Hogan, for God's sakes. I mean, that's an unbelievable accomplishment that not many people can say that they've done.
The first undefeated man in the history of this sport to ever win the World Championship and have a record of 107, 108. Who cares? There's zero on the other side. We've got a new champion.
31-year-old Bill Goldberg, less than 10 months in the sport, is on top of the wrestling world.
My basic philosophy of life is set a goal and don't stop trying to attain that goal until you've accomplished it. Don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do something. And if they do, then have that fuel your fire to be able to accomplish what you set your mind to accomplish.
Up next, Tommy Dreamer goes to the vault to present his favorite match.
Myself, Mick Foley, and Bubba Ray Dudley were all at that show. Meanwhile, none of us even knew each other. But this match in particular was the night he first climbed, went to the top.
Have you no respect?
Have you no decency?
This is where world problems are resolved, not in your Oval Office.
Can you Americans not grasp the concept of united?
You Americans do not rule this world.
You will not tell us what to do.
You say democracy?
We say imperialism.
You say world peace?
We say American resentment.
Vos jours sont comptés.
You Americans will learn the hard way.
N'ayez pas peur.
Don't be afraid.
Castrol GTX presents WWE Backlash. Coming to you live tomorrow night from Worcester Centrum Center in Worcester, Massachusetts, and will be available exclusively on pay-per-view. Castrol GTX, the motor oil as advanced as your engine. And the official theme song for Backlash is Remedy by Cold, off their forthcoming album, Year of the Spider, due in stores May 13th.
Confidential has always been a place where you could find exclusive behind-the-scenes, never-before-told-on-camera stories. We have showcased the WWE superstars and divas in a way you've never seen before, and we'll continue to do that. But we thought, what is the one thing we can give the fans that they would appreciate more than anything else? Besides a date with Trish Stratus, that is. We thought, what if we let the superstars themselves choose a match each week that they'd like to see from our vault? Tonight, the man once known as the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, chooses a match that is definitely to his liking.
The WWE used to run matches every month at Madison Square Garden, and if I wasn't at attendance, I would be at home watching. And I can remember a very, very famous classic match was Jimmy Snuka versus Bob Backlund for the WWE heavyweight title. And the reason why this was classic was because this was the first time Jimmy ever climbed the cage, and he dove off and he missed the splash. Everyone talks about the night that he hit the splash. Well, that was against Don Morocco for the Intercontinental belt, and myself, Mick Foley, and Bubba Ray Dudley were all at that show. Meanwhile, none of us even knew each other. But this match in particular was the night he first climbed, went to the top, and he missed the splash, and Bob Backlund left the cage. And that was an amazing moment. And let's go to the vault and check it out.
So Bob Backlund, like an animal in there, a caged animal, waiting for the presence of the super. There's a look at Mr. Snuka. Truly a phenomenal athlete. And Bob Backlund ushering Snuka, pleading for him to come on in. Snuka has backed enough down to the knee and down to the canvas. Drives the knee to the chest area. Snuka now going up to the rope. Oh, my. Forearm right in the throat of the champion Bob Backlund. Right in the throat. Snuka asking for the door to be open. And again, Backlund lunging, and he has an ankle. The door is open, partially, for Snuka. Snuka will not escape as easily, perhaps, as he thought he would. Blocked by Backlund. Roundhouse right connect. Today has been such a thorn in the side of Bob Backlund as the Superfly. Now Backlund on his knees going for the door. Snuka right behind him. Backlund reversing it. Bob Backlund was sent to the bench himself earlier on. Backlund reversed it and slipped Snuka in, and it looked like Snuka hit it head first. Oh my, did he ever? He's a mess. Snuka! Override! Oh my! A Superfly, a bloody mess. 2 sets of 4. Those of you with a faith of heart, you would not want to watch this match. It is not a pretty thing. Oh my goodness. Snuka is bleeding profusely. Snuka is getting the beating of his life. Snuka fighting back. Backlund hurt himself a bit. No doubt, however, he opened up the cut that much more. Cut above the eye, I think both eyes of Snuka. Backlund lunging for the door. Snuka has his ankle, has a knee. Oh, what a back kick, right in the chest. Snuka with tremendous reserve. The Superfly in control once again. Snuka up on the rope now. Oh! Snuka, perhaps sensing victory at this moment. Backlund is pretty much out of it, and Snuka backing off to the rope, dropping the elbow on Backlund. A pin will get you nowhere in this kind of match. It's simply the man out of the door first. Snuka, a man with amazing reserve. He has to be hurt badly. Backlund got lucky when he was whipped to the steel mesh. Snuka not so lucky. But the adrenaline obviously pumping on the Superfly Jimmy Snuka. And he could care if he left a quart of blood in there tonight as long as he walks out with the World Wrestling Federation title. Tremendous suplex. Snuka climbing up to the top rope now. Snuka, what's he doing? He's going all the way up. Snuka is up 20 feet in the air, maybe 25. Snuka 25 feet up in the air. Release! Oh! Backlund hitching his way over to the door. Backlund half out. A run from Snuka. Backlund's out. And the fans go absolutely wild. The fans have gone berserk. The World Wrestling Federation champion, Bob Backlund. And there's a look at Backlund in the championship now. Many would say he's the greatest wrestling champion of them all. Backlund, he is an unbelievable competitor.
Up next, Torrie's right at home, spending time with her biggest fans.
It's very exciting. I can see there's a big line outside already, and that always makes me feel good because I'm always still nervous that no one's going to show up.
And now, the WWE Rewind is brought to you by Castrol GTX, the motor oil as advanced as your engine.
It's Torrie's Playboy coming out party! Whoa! Oh, yeah!
I just wanted to come out here tonight to say thank you to all of you guys. I mean, who would have thought that all of these people want to see me naked?
We'd like to thank Stacy Keebler for hosting Slammin' Saturday Night on the new TNN. Apparently, she's a big fan of working out, and probably I put it off just a little too long. I got to start hitting the gym again. But that's another story. From one beautiful diva to another. Growing up in a small town in Idaho, Torrie Wilson considered herself a regular girl next door. And while celebrities may be more fashionable, the average girl next door does pretty well when it comes to selling Playboy magazines. So when you combine the celebrity status of Torrie Wilson with her charm and innocence, you reap the benefit of both worlds. It's no wonder that Torrie's issue of Playboy magazine has been so successful. The only question that remains for me is what could be better than seeing Torrie Wilson on the pages of Playboy magazine. The only thing I could think of is actually meeting Torrie in person.
Hey guys, I'm ready to sign some Playboy magazines. You ready? Let's go. I'm in New York City today at Tower Records, and I'm here for a Playboy signing. It's very exciting. I can see there's a big line outside already, and that always makes me feel good because I'm always still nervous that no one's going to show up. To be on the cover of Playboy magazine is a huge deal for me. I look at that and I think, oh my gosh, I'm on the cover of Playboy. I can't believe this. And then, of course, when they did on TV, the big, huge banner came down. That was just a shock. It was so cool. I wanted to take my picture next to it. The fans' reaction actually has been amazing. Everyone has been so nice and respectful. Here you go. You're welcome. Thank you. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good. We seriously have the best fans in the world. They are so sweet, and it's kind of funny sometimes because, you know, I'll get out of the limo to go to a signing, and everyone, you know, yeah, I'm going to get her number. You hear all these people yelling and everything. And then when they go up to the table, they're by themselves, they're so nervous, and they won't look me in the eye, and they're like, and I just think it's so adorable when guys do that. There you go. You're welcome. Take care. It means so much to me to sign something for the troops. It really is very dear to my heart to be able to write just even a little note to them and let them know how much I appreciate what they do, and, you know, hopefully I can do a lot more for them.
I figured this would be a good gesture to have it signed by her to the guys of the 401st. I know they have some downtime, and it's good for them to look at it and know that people over here are thinking about them.
Something like this is a lot different than being in the ring. It's very personal. They get to see the true me. This is me.
She's so special. I don't know, she just has this thing about her. It's like her beauty plus how she wrestles. She has like the whole package.
I hope that you all realize how much that I really appreciate you supporting what I'm doing. And, you know, believe it or not, it was very scary for me to decide to do this Playboy shoot, and I did it for my fans and hoping that my fans would understand and appreciate what I was doing. So it means a lot when they come out here and support me.
This one is for all of you that couldn't be here.
I'm hoping I can arrange a personal autograph session with Torrie, if you know what I mean. Remember, Backlash is tomorrow night, live exclusively on pay-per-view, 8 Eastern, 5 out on the West Coast. Can Goldberg recapture the magic he once enjoyed? Or will The Rock add Goldberg to his growing list of vanquished opponents? During the height of the WCW, WWE Monday Night Face-Offs, everyone wondered who would win, Rock or Goldberg. Tomorrow night, we'll have our answer. I'm Gene Okerlund. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you see and hear it here, it's confidential.